Hello everybody, my name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we continued on with our research into, I keep forgetting what this is called, Industrial Foregoing, there we go. Started using the dissolution chamber a bit more, started making all the machine frames and whatnot, and used them to finally go ahead and make the laser drill. And we took it with us to a completely different dimension. This is the mining dimension, and here is our laser drill. Why is it? Why? Please explain to me how that happened. Anyways, yeah, our laser drill. I left it more or less full with the ores. I think I took a couple of them out. Like this yellowite and redstone both came out of here. But yeah, this thing, it's not currently powered because I didn't give it extra. I didn't give it enough coal blocks. I just gave it one to test it. But this thing, hold on, I need to test this real quick. This one is the only one not looking the right direction. It's also full of power and is still not providing it, so they do actually have to change directions to work on this. Electro Bubble is currently... Aha, there we go. Did I accidentally do that at some point? Okay, still not working, so... There we go, that should technically let it run for a little bit more. Very, very, very technically. But yeah, this thing, it uses the power of this emerald generator, and then it will start mining. Currently it's set to depth 10. I'm not sure exactly how this works, because this thing works on like the depth, like say diamond is between 0 and 20, I think is listed in that recipe thing. So at depth 10 you should be getting diamonds. But the mining dimension works a little bit differently than that. Where's my umbrella so I can actually fall down here without taking fall damage? So, I did a little bit of mining in here just to see what it's about. Basically, I wasted 2 full netherite pickaxes just going straight down. I grabbed a lot of iron and a lot of this lignite coal. So, yeah, I haven't found any of this in the overworld, and then just iron and whatnot. But yeah, it's essentially a giant mining cube. Really? Where'd I put my pickaxe? There it is. Come on. So, yeah, I basically dug straight down. I apparently missed a couple of diamonds that I found along the way. Those are more or less the important stuff I was down here for anyways. It's a bunch of other things. Some stuff that's a little bit rarer, but you can still find it. Ow. Apparently you can still take fall damage with this. I've never taken fall damage while holding the umbrella. But eventually it becomes like a deep layer of deep slate, as you might expect, as if it was normal, but then as you can see down there, it eventually turns into netherrack. And as such, relatively simple to actually go ahead and find some netherite in here. I found 9 of it, or 9 ancient debris, which is pretty nice. It's yeah, it's hiding in here somewheres. I might have mined all of it in the local area, but how on earth did I apparently miss so many good things just by not turning around? So, yeah, this dimension, I assume that if I go much further down, or a little bit further down, I'm eventually going to run into endstone, if I had to guess. And, yeah, but basically I didn't because I ran out of inventory space. Let's just try it, shall we? We're about to break this netherite pickaxe. How long until we... Is that diamond? No, it's zinc. So how long until we hit something else? Aha, there's endstone. 0, that makes sense. And eventually I'm assuming we would find, like, end ores and whatnot if we started breaking around here. I don't know if there's anything else important in here that we'd actually be looking for. End platinum? Sure, I'll take that, because we don't have a lot of platinum already, but so on, you probably get the gist of what we're getting at in this dimension. Basically, digging through what is eternal walls of stone and looking for good ore. Yeah, the mining drill we set up is apparently not going to be the best one for mining in this dimension, though. Like, the way that thing sets up, you give it a lens and you give it a depth and it will automate some ore production in it. But that's basically it. You can set it up in any dimension and it will work like that. Apparently what we really want is the quarry, like very specifically the thing called the quarry. Problem with that. Are you kidding me? I don't even know how I cleared that like that. Quarry. The problem with this. You need aldemodium and unobtainium and eclipse alloy, whatever this is, in order to get that stuff first. Raw eclipse alloy ore, which you get by goo spreading shadow pulse goo onto a block of netherites, which I don't even know. Justire thinks is something we're gonna have to look into. But yeah, that's probably not even the hardest thing on that list of things to actually get that quarry going. But apparently that one will actually break down into the ground and leave like a giant crater. That's like a proper quarry, not like this little mining laser we've got. I have no idea how to get back to the surface. I'm just gonna teleport back up to... Where is it? Teleport. Why is it defaulting to the death screen now? It wasn't doing that before. So yeah, the mining dimension. I'm probably just gonna come back here in my own time and just go a little bit wild with it. But I'm probably going to come back, take this thing with me, and set it up elsewhere in the main world. But for now, just going to... Is it really shift right click? Okay, it is shift right click. I wasn't quite sure if it was shifting while on it, or if it was shift right click. I hadn't quite done it right, or done a proper test with it. Anyways, between episodes, I went ahead and killed a bunch more villagers. I had emptied all of these and then doing other prep stuff, I refilled all the gems, so I could get more, but for now it is at 30.1. We're halfway there to getting this thing all the way powered up. But, something I thought of, we can just straight up enchant it, too. What do we possibly get right now? We know we're getting sharpness, but there's a decent chance we're going to get something else. Sharpness 6 is actually what we're getting. I mean, I would love looting. Looting 4 is what we could get with it. Let's just go for it. Sharpness 6, Fire Aspect 3, Decrepitude 8, and Knowledge of the Ages, and Capturing. Capturing lets you get free, spawn eggs, so that's pretty good. What's Decrepitude and Knowledge of the Ages, though? Decrepitude reduces the health of enemies hit by a percentage over time. Okay, that's pretty cool. Enemy drops are directly converted to experience? That means... that means we'll just use this for killing things and then use a different sword for... We'll kill this for killing things we don't care about the drops for, but everything else, I guess, is getting left at the netherite sword. Is there an item to get rid of a very specific enchantments? I know there are items for getting rid of all enchantments off an item, but hopefully there's one for like I don't like this very specific one, because I want this to be a very good all-around sword. I don't want it for just very specific uses. That's not really what I'm after. But yeah, Morgan here, very powerful at this point. I want to see about getting it more powerful, though. I want to take a look at the Apothic enchanting slotting system, because... And I'm not entirely sure how some of it works. I mean, getting extra levels isn't exactly a bad thing, but I'm going to want actual drops, too. Like, I want this thing to actually drop its armor. I don't want to just immediately kill off everything. So, yeah. How am I going to go about fixing that? Not entirely sure yet. Hopefully I'll be able to find something. Hopefully there's even something in Apothic. Anyways, let's just go back over here. Toss stuff away. Anyways, what else have I been doing between episodes besides just grinding against a bunch of villagers to get this thing super powerful? I've just sort of been looking at what we're going to be doing next. So, I don't know. Looking at what's left in Industrial Foregoing, there's the stuff we're going to need for the star, which I suppose we could get right now. And in fact, between episodes, I made a few more of the machine frame stuff, so we can do some stuff. But, the Wither Builder, that's something to work through. This thing we need a Supreme machine frame for, which we need Ether for, which you get by mining a Wither. So... I'm going to go ahead and make a stasis chamber. Basically, you power this thing, and anything above it is put into stasis. For instance, a wither, and then you put a mine above it, and that's how you get the ether gas. So, I already have that. I just need some soul stand, a piston, and some gold gears. I forgot to get that stuff together. I also need to clear out a couple of other things. We'll get to the machines. We'll get back to the machines in a moment. Anyways, there's something I need to make for our little Starbuncle friends who have once again disappeared. Can you stop running away? This is why I need to make these beds, which apparently you make like this. I had mentioned these before, but didn't exactly remember the recipe, so I couldn't really make them. But can you stand still for a moment? Nope. Clear? Nope. I want to clear it. Stored entity, you sleep in that bed. And your little buddy, who is over there, you really like these flowers, don't you? Anyways, if you're not doing your job, please go sleep in the bed over here and just be adorable, like your little friend here. The Starbunkles are adorable. I love them so much. So, you just sleep there, and then when you're not working, please just return to this bed so you actually continue working again. That should fix them a little bit. So there's just a little thing. We're going to look at the apothic stuff today to try and increase our Morgan a bit more, but first the machines. So I'm going to make this stasis chamber. That's going to be helpful for making the things we need for the ATM star. And actually, we could make the mycelial explosive generator right now too, but I would need to make an extra machine frame, and I kind of hate making these. Like, it sucks. It really kind of sucks. Like, this is something you would want to automate, but I'm not even entirely sure how you would automate it, because you pump stuff in, and then I feel like it would just go like that in a circle, but they need to be in specific spots. I don't know. I wish I could just set, like, 2 things in a slot and say, do that. Unlock input. What if I see. So, if I put in a recipe and said lock input like that, would it only automate to making that recipe, maybe? Hopefully, I don't know. Anyways, we could make the ATM star stuff right now, the stasis chamber and that thing. The stasis chamber gets used to help make the Wither Builder. But, there's something else I want to try. I don't even know if this is going to work. We're going to need the washing factory, the fluid sieving machine, and the fermentation station. Really wish they had the little things here, but I more or less understand how these work. These, I should have everything I need to make them. I just need to make a few more gears and a few more other things I'm just going to have to get put together. So 1, 2. I think I'm going to need like 4 gold gears for everything. I don't quite remember. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. Where is my simple machine frame? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have already forgotten the middle thing for the fermentation station. That's where the gold gear goes. Then what goes up top? Oh, it's 4 logs and whatnot. Cool. Wow, I've completely messed up that recipe. Okay, I've still completely messed up this recipe. There's a gold gear in the middle. Okay, cool. I've just messed that up so many times there. Fermentation station. This thing, we're going to put it down, but it does nothing on its own. We're going to need a couple other tools for this. You can just go there. You put in a fluid, seal 1 full, production ×2, catalyst none. Hold on. Let's look at the it's not modern. It's no. What mod is this? I keep forgetting the name of this mod. Industrial Foregoing. What sort of upgrades can we make for this? Because if there's one for boosting output, that could be good for what we're about to do. Range, extra range, extra range. That's a lot of range things. Processing ×2, processing time. Maybe it's processing, I don't know. Let's see. Where's the rest of these? Insertion conveyor upgrades. None of those look like the upgrade things I'm looking for. And those are the speeds. processing maybe I'm thinking it might be processing. Processing 1, or this is processing 2, looks relatively easy to make. Processing 1. Yeah, I can make that. It's just going to need me to set the machine back up for latex and get all that stuff together. I'll do it in a moment. Anyways, fermentation station. Cool. Next up on the list is the washing factory, which is going to need the pink slime ingots, which is to say 4 gold, or 2 gold and 2 iron goes into here with the pink slime. That actually, does this matter? Like, if I just do that, am I still going to get it? Okay, there's 1 pink slime. What if I do this instead? Okay, so it doesn't matter. You just need to have the 8 items in there. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier to do this. So there's that, the pink slime ingots, and then from there, you're used to make that, but we also need a meat feeder and a regular furnace. This stings, 2 glass bottles, 2 plastic, and 3 iron. I've looked at a lot of these recipes I have to make already. I know what I need to go through. It's just a lot. It's a lot of back and forth into inventories and whatnot, setting up various different things across different places. I don't know. Not my favorite tech mod. I'm definitely not putting this anywhere near my top favorite tech mods. I don't hate it, though. I've definitely seen worse mods. But, there. Meat feeder was 2 glass bottles, which I definitely have somewheres, but for now I'm just going to do this, because it's easier. That's that. Actually, I think it's this, and then I go like this. Gets us a meat feeder. That and that are going to go here and here. The advanced machine frame goes here. Diamond thing here. 2 plastic, 2 iron. I know it's wrong, but what else do I need? It's 2 diamond gears instead. That's what I was messing up. And then... yes, the furnace. 1 more diamond gear, 1 more furnace goes in there. I have everything I need. It's just getting it where it needs to be. Okay, there it is. Washing factory. Cool. I technically should have started with this one, just to know exactly if this is going to work how I want it to. So, the washing factory. You need to pump it full of the liquid meat. Thankfully, we have quite a bit saved up at this point. Where's my pickaxe, just to make this a little bit faster, and I guess I'll steal that. Cool. So, go like so. Actually, it's pumping into there. Cool. And then we want this to go like so. And my wrench is right here. Cool. So now we're pumping liquid meat into here. I'm going to try this. Does this use the, does this use up the ore? I don't know. It does. This gets us 100 millibuckets of raw ore meat. Cool. Raw ore meat, not hovering with a tank. So, can I just output immediately to the west and then have this input to from the east? Now, I do actually need to put in a pipe here. Cool. So, fermentation station. Let's add in another fluid pipe real quick. I was hoping I had some sort of idea that would have made this really cool, but no. It was raw ore meat, 100 there. CO1 full, production times 2, production times 3. Oh, hold on. Production times 4 with the catalyst of a pink slime. I do have a couple pink slimes, so if I put you in here... How does this work? The fermentation station. Maybe I should have looked at this part a little bit more. I was just sort of going for it. But I was hoping that it would not use the ore and give us infinite amounts. Obviously, that didn't work. But instead, we're trying to get this going. Up to 500 millibuckets. Okay, so you ferment 100 millibuckets of raw ore meat with something in it. This is... Yeah, that should be all the modium raw ore meat. That's what it is. Cool. CO1 half full, CO1 1 bucket. Production times 4, fluid empty, inputs. Oh, I see. I now need to supply this thing with pink slime, I think, and then... No, I'm not actually entirely sure. I feel like that should have tried starting up automatically and just with, that should have tried to activate automatically and messed up a bit. But it didn't, so I'm not going to complain too much, but I don't know what's going on. Anyways, from here, that, and this, and hopefully this should pump it into the right place. It's now got 200 of that. Reduction times 4 with a catalyst of pink slime. And it's not going. Why is it not going? I don't know. It is just not going. Run with no redstone signal. Reduction times 4. Seal one bucket. Inputs. Oh, does it not activate unless it has a full bucket? Then why does it tell me here in one of the other recipe thing? I don't know. I'm gonna need to read up more on this. I thought I was cooking here. I really thought I was cooking. I am not cooking, apparently. And then we're gonna need to make this fluid sieve thing. This one's a little bit easier to make. I think I can just go like so, and this. Except I have already forgotten it. Of course I have. Pink slime in the middle. That's what I'm missing. And then 2 gold gears at the bottom. Which yeah, there's that. And this gets us the fluid sieving machine. Cool. So that thing is going to need power. But essentially you put in sand and that fluid from... Yeah, we're supposed to ferment the raw ore meat. It's supposed to get fermented, and then from there we're supposed to put in this machine with sand, and we should get the ore back, or dust. Why this machine isn't running? I don't know. I thought I had an idea. Using raw ore meat, this machine will seal its contacts when reached the configured level and will ferment that meat. Okay, so apparently you need to reach whatever level here. So seal one bucket, seal one full, seal one half full. I don't have 10... This was a total waste of my time. Total waste of my time. Fix your JEI. Please fix your journal. Neither of them are really working right for this mod. Whatever. I thought I had an idea. I can't actually do this until I get... It's 100 there. I need 9 more. Yeah. Yeah, I would need 7 more all-the-modium ore. That's not happening right now. I would need to head over to the ancient city and somehow get there, mine through it all without dying to a warden. I'm not prepared for that. I do have all-the-modium sight, so I could see it very well. Is that what we're doing? Are we going to attempt to complete this test I'm running through by trying to upgrade Morgan enough to actually deal with the wardens? Is that what we're getting to? It might be. I was planning on trying to upgrade Morgan more after attempting this. I wasn't sure if this was going to work. I kind of expected it to fail. But I'm curious if I might not actually be up to something. I just need to work it through a little bit more. Maybe. We're going to find out. So I have the Book of Shadows here, or the Chronicle of Shadows, rather. That is a guidebook on all things Apothec. So, reforging and augmenting, I haven't read up on. But through the raw potential of rarity materials and the versatility of gem dust, it is now possible to reforge an item with brand new affixes. Reforging is not limited to items that already have affixes and can be performed with any valid item. To begin reforging, craft a simple reforging table which allows you to reforge items up to rare rarity. So 2 gem dust, an enchanting table, that, and smooth stone gets you this, and then we could turn any item into a rare rarity item. Then from there, we need these sigils of rebirth, which is gem dust and gem infused slates, which I'm going to assume is more gem dust and I think it's deep slates. Then we use these to reforge items, similarly to an enchanting table. 3 choices are offered. And then we can upgrade it with arcane sand, netherite, and nether bricks. That is salvage an epic item to get it. think I might be able to do everything here. I just need to, I need to make the machines we're missing. So, let's take a lover look at a poth. So we need the resalvaging table, or whatever. We need the reforging table, which needs gem dust, which either needs the salvaging table or an anvil and one of those random gems we have acquired, of which we have so many. So we're actually going to use that giant chest full of stuff. Actually, it's 2 chests now. So, what's something we have a lot of? The silent gem stuff doesn't count. Um, this one has 12. Okay, so we're just gonna start with 1, and then from there, I think we can make the salvaging table with it. Ah, you can turn a rare one into something else. So with you, do that, and there we go, gem dust. I just missed so many times there. Now we need to turn you into a salvaging table, which is shears, wood, and smooth stone. I don't know if I have any smooth stone left. I think I used it all. I know I was keeping it around for one of the machines, so it might be in a chest over there. I also left my furnaces over there, so I'm going to have to go back, smelt up some stone into smooth stone. I think I'm going to need a little bit, so I'm just going to go make a half stack real quick. I apparently had 8 left in the chest over there, so that works out pretty well. Of course, I have already, once again, forgotten the crafting recipe, but I think it's that. Of course it's not. Of course I'm wrong. Every time I say I think I'm right, chances are I'm just wrong about it. What am I missing? Shears, that's what I'm missing. Just 2 pieces of iron, simple enough. I knew something was weird here, but I think I also messed it up by changing out the wood and the stone, because... Don't... If I say I'm right, I'm probably wrong, and then I'm going to be wrong when I try and fix it. This was not the table I meant to make. This is the gem cutting table. This is used to upgrade gems. That is not what we... I give up. I am too scatterbrained for so many mods. I am too much of a scatterbrain. Anyways, we want the other table. The simple reforging... Nope, we want the salvaging table, which is 2 gem dust. And basically, this is just going to make it so we don't have to keep doing this. 2 gem dust, 3 copper, a smithing table, which I think we have a couple of in here. Just a question of, can I find them in this mess, and did I put them elsewhere? Well, I know we have 1 there and 1 there. Cool, I must have put them both down. So there's that, 3 copper, and then a couple of iron tools. Cool. So, I think we're getting somewheres. So that's... I forgot to make the tools. That's... Doop doop. If I can do this right, it would be nice. That, and then the smithing table in the middle gets us nothing, because I'm still doing something wrong. Is it really this? No? Lava bucket. Go away. Really? Really? Rain, can you just actually remember to look at the whole thing and just remember, hey, you need this, this, and this. Don't just choose to neglect this very specific part that's going to make us run over somewheres. I'll see you in a moment. I had gone running off in a direction when I remembered that the lava pool I was heading to was actually a single stream that I already got like 12 episodes ago. So salvaging table, here we go. Time to head back home. I swear, I am a complete and total mess. I am just a complete and total scatterbrain. My brain barely works at times. Anyways, salvaging table, you can just go there, I guess. So, for instance, I have a bunch of these things in here. I could just go dupe, and I'll get 4 to 8 gem dust. 8, cool. That's going to be enough for our sigils of rebirth. Gem-infused slates like that. And then sigils of sockets, add 1 socket, removes all socketed gems. We need 2 for the simple one. and then none for this. But we do need to salvage some rare gear on top of that, which thankfully I went back and saved some from the machine just for this such purpose. So this and so these boots are rare. Ooh, well, we might actually get. We're not going to get netherite back because it's all broken up. But we will still be able to do this. None of you are actually tools of any kind. Are you actually? Nah, that's a waste, isn't it? Like, this can just be put back into the machine, so for now you'll go in there. You, though, on the other hand, you might actually give us netherite scrap back, because you're in full condition. So, just do that. No nether scrap, but we did get 4 arcane sand and 2 godforged pearls. Cool. So these, paired with nether bricks, which I actually now have on me because of these, and a single netherite piece, should be what we need. Then, is that everything? I think it might be everything. That, and that. And then what other piece was I forgetting? Ah, yes, it's a single piece of iron. So, again, simple enough. So, and so. Gets us the simple reforging table. 1, 2, 3. Gets us that and that. These two go like so. And now we just need a single piece of netherite, which I need to make and no longer have an inventory for. I swear, my order of operations is always messed up. So that, do I have a, I just never even have a crafting table on me anymore. I swear. Go right away. You could just go like this crafting table. It can go here. I just need something. That and that is so, and goes like so, gets us the reforging table. Cool. This area over here is completely messed up. I could just tear those up if I wanted to. But I have no idea what's going on there. But if I put, does this show anything about the reforging table? No. What if I pick up the reforging table? So, do you show how you work? No, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trial by fire here, and look back to our handy-dandy guidebook here. So, to reforge items of epic rarity or harder, you'll need to upgrade your simple reforging thing into there. Cool. Augmenting. The augmenting table is an endgame crafting station used to augment the individual affixes of an item. We could go ahead and make this right now fairly simple. We have infinite nether stars and we just got 2 of those. And then you need these. We'll go back to that in a moment. We're here for reforging right now. Yeah, we just need to make these sigils, which is going to be, I think, polished deep slate specifically, which I think these are made with polished. I just need to use the guide thing on it. Re-chiseled? Re-chiseled, here it is. So you are cobbled polished. There we go. So this gets us this. Except it doesn't. Of course, I'm still messing up here. Sigils, gem infused, deep slate. It's not polished deep slate, it's regular deep slate. Okay. You can be turned back into cobbled? You can. Cool. So these get smelted into regular deep slates, unless I have some just hiding in here. I believe the answer is no, everything is cobble. So 1 second. Okay, so deep slates. I have a little bit more smelting up, but these get paired with this, like so. If I can do it right, you get us sigils of rebirth. Cool. Now, this with these. Control. The bottom right slot holds sigils of rebirth, a unique fuel item used during the reforging process. The top left slot holds rarity materials for the rarity you would like to reforge to. Okay, so if we go ahead and put in these godforged pearls we got, there we go. 10 sigils of rebirth, 5 and 3. Okay, we're gonna need more godforged, but We could see there your attacks. Something mob drops will teleport to you. Will hit nearby enemies. Oh, there's the insta-kill ability. Ooh, that's looking like a top contender. And 60% chance to hit nearby enemies. Your attacks have a something. Actually, it looks like the most expensive one right now is the worst option. But obviously, we're going to need more of that other stuff. I think I have more random legendary loot that can be tossed in here. Let's see. None in... Oh, I do have this. Oh, 4. Perfect. I do need more because I wanted to go ahead and make the other thing as well. I can't even remember what it's called right now, but there's those. I'm gonna need a whole bunch more gems. What do you do? Draw speed, mining speed, and dodge chance. I don't care. Just give me all of you. That and this. Anyways, I need one more legendary thing to toss in there, which I should have. I've killed a lot of bosses. Here we go. That's one might actually be I think I need two. Anyways, you go in, and you go in. I forgot to make the extra things. Level requirement 100 and 2 enchantment levels? What does that mean? That's level 50, 1 enchantment level. I don't know what I'm missing there. Let's see. That's the augmenting table. Reforging. To begin, craft this. Has 3 open slots. 1 holds the item, 1 holds the rarity, 1 holds Sigil of Rebirth. 3 choices are offered. Each represents a potential new form. No choice is inherently stronger. For each rarity, there is a base cost of experience, sigils, and materials. The extra choice slots charge double and triple the base cost. Reforge, choose your thing. Okay, so we're basically going to need a whole bunch more levels. Cool. I should have enough candies for this. I have a lot saved up. I think I'm going with option number 2. I am going to need a few more of these, though. I already made those. Never mind. So is 2 stacks going to be enough? I need 100 levels. Oh, 2 stacks is not going to be enough. That's only level 85. Oh, actually, I understand what the 2 experience levels thing means. When I choose it, I'm going to go from level 100 to level... I'm going to go from level 100 to level 98, basically. Of course, the bad thing about this is I'm going to need to put all of these levels back in, which, as Depeche brought up, I can just make 4 of those XP drains and just stand in the middle. That should work pretty well. Anyways, from here, like so, and so. And we're going for this one. 22% max insta-kill, ignore durability damage. Ancient Knowledge is extra experience. Bleeding is pretty nice. A mob drops teleport to you is very good, but everything else I prefer from this one. I think it's the one. There we go. So, if you thought Morgan was strong already, oh boy, we're in for a treat. 6 fire damage, 21 overheal, 32 crit damage, plus 11 current HP damage. Okay, I need to hit something with this thing now. I do want to make the other table real quick, so just making sure. Do I have any other legendary gear? I threw a lot of it into the Mahu machine. I'm hoping I saved at least one. You're a rare, epic. Ah, here we go. Ooh, that was close. That gives us one more. So I technically got what I asked for. Anyways, I need another star, which I forgot to grab out. But this should technically be enough. There we go, the augmenting table. I haven't looked at how you work yet, but you go there. And then you can go in and say giant slaying and executing. I could reroll with a sigil of an... What is that level cost? What is that level cost? That is silly. Um, I can't adjust anything as far as I can't adjust anything as far as enchantments go from this machine. But I think there is something that I could use. It was usually sigils of enhancement. You go in and say fix whatever you want, make it stronger. Upgrades cost, but cost a lot. Upgrade the internal strength that current affixed by 25%. Rerolls are also expensive. Cool. I think that's it. Until I can say, looking at getting rid of certain specific enchantments. Enchantment filtering, treasure, tomes of scrapping. These things extract half the enchantments from an item, destroys the item in the process. Tome of extracting does not destroy item, gets rid of all enchantments. I mean, that's close to what we want. I feel like there's an item that says get rid of very specific enchantments, but I don't even remember what mod it's from. I don't know. But, yeah. Morgan, instantly just so much more of a threat. Like, this sword was already silly strong at 30. 134, 10, 19s every tick, 7.2. One of those did almost 300 damage. Oh, look at our health bar. Look at our health bar when we hit a thing. What just happened there? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty powerful. Did I ever put a waypoint at the Deep Dark? No, I'm gonna have to run there myself. Aha, it's right under Cryarch Dark. That's where it is. I knew I made it somewhat easier to get there. I should dump these levels before we go down, but I don't feel like waiting that long, so we're just gonna risk it. Also, something of note. I noticed this right before we started, but then forgot. If I look in this chest, there's actually another right scrap. It can, in fact, do it. It happened. It happened exactly one time. That's silly. It just does not. It is just not. It's just too rare to actually matter. How are you? Oh. Even. Is that lightning strike me or the bot or the enemy? I think that might be me. That was a special effect from our armor here. But even with all those boosts against a boss like this, Morgan is still like a 30 hit. I forgot I was supposed to kill it with something else. Yeah, that achievement's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to research how to get rid of it. I feel like there's an item to get rid of very specific enchantments, but I cannot remember what it was called. What? I'm not complaining that owls are just moving in, but why are owls just moving in? Like, that's the third one I've seen just appear here all of a sudden. I don't know, I got distracted by the boss. I just wanted to test the sword. Let's go show this thing off against a boss, against a warden, shall we? Or we're probably going to die in this attempt, and we're going to lose a lot of levels. Oh yes, also, speaking of which, we now have darkness too, so we take 20% less damage from living creatures, and we can make villagers zombies and control zombies because of how many I've killed. So, yeah, evolving Morgan is having some, well, it's not exactly unforeseen circumstances, they're entirely foreseen circumstances, but it is still pretty cool in my opinion. We're gonna actually have to test out necromancy pretty soon. Anyways, what's the fastest way down there? I feel like there's a path here somewheres. Here it is. Cool. I somehow managed to find the exact right path. Although a bit of a rough one. I didn't exactly go straight down now, did I? Oh, that was close. I mean, I could have pressed T at any moment, just in case, but... Armor is better than the last time we were in here, and we have a much better sword. So I'm nowhere near as scared, but we're probably still not exactly going to handle this super well if we mess up. It's just epic. Just gonna take everything in here. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we need to actually grab one of the brushes and come in here. Because apparently we're going to need, what is it called? There is something, suspicious clay somewheres in here. And we're going to need to dig into that to get smithing templates to actually use all the modium we're collecting. I was looking through a little bit earlier and saw that. Anyways, can you just summon one, please? That was 3. Come on. Come on. Worst case scenario, I just get a little bit of different distance and recall home. Anyways, you should have like 300 health. What's your defenses looking like? 500. Oh, that worked pretty well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm no longer scared of wardens. Interestingly enough, that did not delete those drops, though. Okay. Where are you, my wardeny friend? Yeah, we hit things and get a huge HP buff. It's like a 4-shot with the extra 300% damage, I think, every 5 seconds. Actually, 345% damage every 5 seconds. We just get that much boost on a 31 damage sword with bleeding and a whole bunch of other effects. Yeah. Yeah, I'm no longer scared of wardens. Let's actually grab out our mineral assimilator thing. I'm gonna take you with me. Actually, I'm gonna just start collecting the skulk things, because I think we have uses for them with various things that are needed for the star. Yeah, you are just not a threat anymore. Remember when this was a challenge? It wasn't that long ago. But that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. We can actually loot this place a little bit safer now, which is really nice. I want everything out of there, so just do this. But for right now, as soon as I do this, and I guess I'm just going to kill off this one last warden. I love how I said that. I'm just going to kill off this one last warden. It's no big deal anymore. But I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thanks to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you all so much for your extra support. So, for now, for real now, take care, everybody.